This is the ballistic knife being shot at a can full of ketchup. Okay, here's a little accuracy test I wanted to try with the ballistic knife. I'm going to show you how I actually loaded the springs. I already got one in there, but more the merrier. Generally, the more springs, the farther your ballistic knife is going to travel. But I don't really know. It all depends, really, how heavy the knife is, how good of a design it is. You can see it's safe, can't fire it. I gotta move the camera though to see the thing I'm shooting at, which is a nice orange trash can. Right there. And this is about 10 feet away, which is really the only distance you're going to use a ballistic knife because it's for close quarters combat. It's not like Black Ops where you can shoot it across map and get an amazing kill. But I just wanted to see, give you a general idea. And that's steel, so dead on. It went in all the way, but it just bounced back. I'll do it one more time. I'm gonna load it again real quick. Here it is again. That one just bounced off, but you get the idea. This is the update on the ballistic knife. Just wanted to make a better video with commentary. There's no springs in there right now, so if you're curious if I'm going to hurt myself. But the sheath, probably easiest thing to make on the whole thing. Piece of the crutch, just hammered it down so where the blade would fit over it. Just makes it a little bit safer. Fits nice and tight. The blade itself you can get on eBay. I tried making one earlier with 3 holes and it did okay, but I didn't heat treat the steel so it broke. It's called Fury and you can get it for like $10. The safety pin, all it is just a keychain loop and then a keychain loop flattened out. And you just wrap it around. Works perfectly. Looks great. For the, I don't really know what I would call it, the trigger mechanism, I guess. It's just red duct tape. I couldn't spray paint it without getting this red also. Well anyways, for the trigger mechanism, I basically just got the old metal from a file cabinet slide that I used for the hidden blade that I made, and I just hammered that out, wrapped it around because you can see the holes from where it was, then hammered this out flat, drew out the shape I thought would work, cut that out, hammered it out with a square hammer, got it to fit just right, and if you can see the little grooves like that, just get a file that out so you can put the blade facing straight like that, I guess, for appearance wise, I don't know. And you file out the sides right there also if you need extra space, if there's something there for the blade or whatever, just so it'll fit nice and snug. And my personal suggestion about the ballistic knife is just, you want your blade as long as your handle, if not longer. If not, it looks just awkward. You shouldn't put a blade like that big with a handle that big. It just won't work. It doesn't look that great. So try and measure them out and see if they're like about the same length, and it'll look great that way. It'll look like the one off the game if you're going off of that, or just ones from real life in Russia. And the spring, don't cut the spring down ever. You can always cut this down, and you don't need this to be big where you can hold on it with a nice grip, because it's going to be in here. So you can cut this down if you have more springs in there, so that it'll fit better. So never cut down on the spring, because that loses your power. And try and use the lightest materials possible. Like, I wish I would have used plastic, but I didn't have anything that would actually work like that. So you can get it to go like the actual distance you want, and make sure it's nice and snug, because the snugger it is, the straighter it goes. And the flat, or the bottom, that's better for accuracy also. At first I had it at an angle, and it would shoot all over the place, and you couldn't hit anything, and you get that lucky shot. Well, this time it hits everything dead on. Works great. Always load it on the ground and put the safety pin in, because if you don't have the safety pin in, it'll go off. Make sure you always have it in correctly, because I've put it in wrong and went off on me and shot into my ceiling fan, so it's not always good. Make sure your safety pin works. Like, you can see here, I'm squeezing it and it's not firing. Okay, there's like one spring in there. See, squeeze it now, fires. If you just think I pulled it out, here it is again. So you always want the safety pin in. I'm thinking about making a tutorial. I don't have all the supplies right now. As you can see, right there, right in front of the camera, there's another knife being made, and I just wanted it to be more a smaller one. That's going to be the handle. I think it's going to look pretty good. It's going to be using my camera fell. It's going to be using the design with the crutch parts right there, where it just like locks in. Like, here's one of them. See, it just locks in right there, and then you'll press it down, it'll fire off. I just wanted a smaller one so I can hold like two of them at the same time, and I like making them. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll make a tutorial.